loco. Voy a conocer al autor, al inventor, al creador del Batman Gore, del Batman Gore, del Batman Gore, del Batman Gore. Todos los años se hace acá en Rosario una de las mejores ferias de cómics del país. Se llama Crack, Bang, Boom y es un encuentro ineludible para todos los enfermos de la historieta. Se compran historietas, se venden, se habla con los autores, con los guionistas, con los dibujantes de acá y del mundo. Y en este caso, en esta edición, viene Frank Miller, el creador de Dark Knight Returns, de 300 y de Sin City. Y lo vamos a entrevistar. Durante 4 días, familias, cosplayers, artistas y fanáticos disfrutaron de la convención internacional de historietas más comiquera del país, la Crack Bang Boom. Más de 40.000 personas asistieron a la feria, miraron el tradicional desfile de cosplayers, conocieron a varios de sus artistas favoritos y participaron de charlas, talleres, muestras y presentaciones. En esta edición, la visita más importante fue una leyenda del cómic, Frank Miller. El historietista estadounidense es una de las figuras más reconocidas de la industria. Redefinió a Daredevil e hizo 2 de las historias más icónicas de Batman, El regreso del Caballero Oscuro y Año 1. Además, hizo otros cómics importantísimos que incluso llegaron a la pantalla grande, como 300.
We Spartans are descended from Hercules himself, taught never to retreat, never to surrender, taught that death in the battlefield is the greatest glory he could achieve in his life. Spartans, the finest soldiers the world has ever known.
Y Sin City, que él mismo co-dirigió.
Be a man.
I hope you don't mind me saying this, but that there's a dame to kill for.
Además de ofrecer 2 charlas para fanáticos, Miller firmó ejemplares, recorrió la muestra y, claro, habló con Tecno. I'd like to start with a very simple question. What is a hero to you?
This is actually a very big question that you can spend your entire career exploring. But to me, more than anything, a hero who is someone who overcomes obstacles and sees the truth and seeks it.
And what was the motivation and the inspiration to create the original Dark Knight Returns? How did you came with the idea?
Dark Knight Returns came from a very simple reason, actually. The age of 30 was approaching, and I dreaded it. And so I figured Batman had to be older than me, because Batman was always such a father figure that I grew up with. So I made him the impossibly old age of 50. As I did that, though, I started extrapolating on it and putting Batman in a world that much more resembled New York of the late 1980s. Yeah. And it went through many changes. Originally the story was much more frightening in its finale. Batman would end dying in a blaze of police gunfire. But as I worked on it, the myth of Batman emerged, and it took power over me. And all the other characters started making their way into the story because they're all of a piece. Yeah. And it ended up being a much more joyous piece of work than I originally planned.
And almost all of the modern Batman movies have been inspired by Dark Knight Returns. And what version did you enjoy the most? I mean, Tim Burton's '99 and Chris Nolan's trilogy, or Zack Snyder's Batman vs Superman?
Well, all of them have their virtues. I enjoy the old Adam West TV show, for instance. The Tim Burton one, I think, in particular, had a very fresh take and a very joyous approach that took into account many different versions, including Adam West's and mine. But each one's made a different mark.
It seems to me like it was also the beginning of this golden era of superhero movies, that movie.
The difference in our age showing, for me, there's no question, the beginning of that golden era was Richard Donner's Superman.
No, the Superman since in the 70s, yeah. And this era of superhero blockbuster movies, one every week, it's almost like a dream come true to every comic book fan. But lately it seems like a trend, it's been oversaturated. What do you imagine is the next step in comic book adaptation movies?
Oh, I think that's what's actually going to happen is that eventually we won't be talking so much about comic book movies as we will about comic books and movies being two forms that overlap. I mean, when people talk about comic book movies, they rarely mention 300 or Sin City. So they're thinking of comic books as a genre rather than as a story form. So I think that the more people come to realize that comic books cover all kinds of materials, just like movies do, the more they're going to see comics as a resource, just like literature is.
Yeah. You are a great creator of strong female characters like Elektra or Martha Washington, Carrie Kelly, the girls of Sin City. Do you think female characters deserve more movies and more TV series?
Oh, they'll get them. It's inevitable at this point. It works. It's logical, and they deserve it.
You said you were talking about the Donner movie of Superman, and now you have the opportunity to do Superman Year One. Are you finally the guy that is going to make cool Superman?
Everybody says that, but I mean it. Sure I am.
Yeah. Can you tell me a bit more about Year One?
I don't want to tell too much. Because I want you to see it with fresh eyes. I'm introducing Superman as if you've never seen him before.
Excellent. What are you reading? What are your favorite authors? In comic books or in books?
I'm reading mostly history right now, because I'm working on historical projects and exploring that kind of thing. So I'm not reading much fiction.
Do you know that Rosario is known as the Argentine Chicago? It's our Sin City here. This city, the city of Rosario. Yeah, because of the mafia, mob, smugglers, things in the past. Did you know that?
No, I had no idea.
Well, now you know it. And here, we have one of our heroes. Is Messi is from Lionel Messi, the soccer player. Is from Rosario too. So you are in Sin City with the hometown of one of our heroes. It's been a pleasure for us to talk to you, Frank.
Okay, thank you. It's been a pleasure for me.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Goldie está muerto. Me inculparon de asesinato y la policía está involucrada.
¡Abra! ¡Policía!
De inmediato. En el callejón correcto de la ciudad del pecado, uno encuentra lo que sea.
Y esta fue otra visita de Tecno a Rosario, a la Crack Bang Boom, y tuvimos el placer de conocer a Frank Miller, el inventor, el creador del Batman gordo, del Batman grande, de Dark Knight Returns. Nos firmó la capucha de Batman y por eso nos vamos súper felices de acá. Como siempre, todos los programas los vas a encontrar en youtube.com/TNTecno. Nuestras existencias digitales, las del encapotado y las del joven maravilla, están en orgullonerd.com y como siempre, todas las noticias actualizadas están en tn.com.ar/Tecno. Los esperamos como siempre la semana que viene con más TN Tecno, tu momento nerd de la semana.